This is Homicide from Elliot, and you're listening to the Heelcast.
Thumbs up. Thumbs down. Big Papa Pump needs your hookup. Holler if you hear me. What else we got? Oh, a little bit of the bubbly. Let me in. Say dummy. Dummy. Yeah.
Welcome, wrestling fans, to the Heelcast. We are back after another hiatus, but joining me tonight is the one, the only Goldberg. Goldberg, what's going on?
What's up, Pearls?
Not much. Just here to talk some Impact, some of the latest happenings in wrestling, and going to do a preview of Under Siege at the end of the show. So should be fun trying to fantasy book what's going to happen, but
we know whatever we say will never come true. So.
Right. It'll be the opposite, actually, because that's how wrestling works in 2021. Let's start off with the news tonight. Some decent happenings. I guess one of the bigger stories is Bray Wyatt. Some of the stuff came out about how he's struggling with Brody Lee's passing. Yeah, I was a little surprised by that, but I mean, obviously they were pretty good friends, and just seems kind of strange though that he's been,
I mean, like, why is that like our business? Like,
it's really not.
Why is that like trending on Twitter? Like, let the man grieve and let him handle it however he's got to handle it. Like, why is that even a story? Like, who is he telling that to, that it like broke news?
That's
hey,
and,
get out
who broke
tell
it?
Everyone, tell everyone I just can't take that he's got, like, to me I would want that private, but I don't know.
Yeah, somebody had to have broken the story. I don't know.
I mean, death is, it's a hard thing. So maybe it's his first experience dealing with someone close to him dying. I don't know.
That's true. It could be. It definitely could be. And I mean, they kind of started, if you really think about it. I mean, not besides the Husky Harris gimmick, but he, when he was Bray Wyatt, he came up with him. So
right, yeah.
So yeah. Oh, Zelina. Apparently, there's news that Zelina Vega is actually going back to WWE now. I think that's kind of interesting after the whole thing about her, not being able to use like Twitch and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
That I don't understand what. I mean, I don't know. At this point, maybe no one's wanted to sign her. That could be another thing too. Maybe this was the best opportunity. I don't know. I don't know. That's kind of what I'm thinking, but
I mean, would it be bad if I said I didn't care either way, or?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Like, I couldn't care less. I mean, I remember the situation with her leaving over that, but I don't give a shit if she's back or not.
Yeah. Well, she's
Wasn't
not
her.
like.
Was she the one whose father died in 9/11?
Yes. She was Rosita in TNA for a little while.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, she's actually not bad. I actually enjoy her, but.
Right. She was like kind of like a manager in WWE for the most part. She just managed a bunch of random people.
Since you brought up Zelina, how about Selena? You know the Selena De La Renta?
Yeah. Yes.
Let's we talk about her for a second. I mean,
sure.
She just left MLW, right? Did you see that?
Yeah, that's what I saw on Twitter. Yeah.
I would love to see her pop up in Impact, or I mean,
in Impact.
Yeah.
Just say Impact.
Please don't get ruined by going. Well, she'll get ruined at Impact too, but
well,
she is very charismatic. I've seen her in person too, and I didn't know I just looked her up. She's only 24 years old. Like, she has a really bright future.
Wow. Yeah, and she's bigger. You know what I mean? Like, she's menacing. So
she works with Conan a lot too. So I wonder if maybe that'll play a role in where she
that
goes.
could possibly get her into Impact. Yeah.
Yeah, because
I could see it.
That's her boy.
Yeah, that's surprising. And have you seen who else has been popping up in wrestling, kind of making a little comeback?
The Patriot.
I think he had a match coming up or something. Yeah, the freaking Patriot. Former WCW Tag Team Champion, I think, with Marcus Bagwell.
Buff the stuff. Where's he popping up?
No. The Patriot and him are Tag Team Champions. Yeah.
I thought you meant Buff was the one that's popping up. I was like,
oh, no.
He's back?
I haven't heard. I haven't seen him since he made that drunken video. No.
Yeah, he actually made an appearance last weekend in Atlanta. I think it was Atlanta, some kind of fairgrounds thing. He actually looked normal.
About right.
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
I don't
that's
think he
good.
was wasted, so.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean,
that's good.
He's still the stuff.
He's buffed the stuff, baby.
He's got more stuff than Papa Pump. I'll tell you that. I saw a picture. Yeah, he's got more stuff now than Scotty.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't mind seeing him have a Johnny Swinger type return, you know.
Who are you talking about then?
I'm talking about Davey Richards.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, he's going to be doing a lot of different matches on the Indies. So I think I don't know. He was retweeting a lot of MLW stuff for a while there, but I haven't seen him retweet any MLW stuff lately. So I don't know if he's going to MLW. I mean, you know, you got to think when they signed to Vice, they got to have some big surprises, right? When they go on to Vice. So
yeah, and I'm actually looking forward to it.
When is that, by the way?
Well, they're already on there, I think, but they're only for review shows. They're not full shows right now. They're reviewing what happened, on their show.
Oh,
like, it's kind of just like they're showing matches and stuff, but it's not like a full show. It's kind of just like pieced together. It's not like
Ring of Honor would do that sometimes.
Yeah, a weekly review show kind of. But I think that's leading to a live show, but like an actual tape show.
Actual show.
Yeah,
okay.
I think I read online that that's just what they're starting with, just trying to get their foot through the door. So.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. Are they back though? Like, are they doing? Oh yeah, they are back. Yeah,
they're back. Yeah.
Yep.
I like it. I like that company. I think they're a wrestling company. So
I'll give them a chance. Like you got to let me know when they do their first actual show. I don't want to see the recap
Yeah, I'm
stuff.
not. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm the biggest fan, but I've seen. Yeah. I've been to an MLW show and I like what I saw. So.
Wow.
I'm gonna give them a chance.
All right. Well, yeah. When they come on, you let me know. And Davey Richards going over there. If that's the case, that's a pretty solid signing. I mean, I know they got some talent over there. That's for sure.
Yeah, they do.
So
they do, and they have men wrestling, like built with physiques, men.
Wow.
Not teenage boys.
Yeah. Doing super
They're not
kicks.
Flying. You know, it's like. Have you ever seen the movie Dodgeball?
Oh yes.
If you can, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Yes. Yes.
In AEW, like if you can super kick and fly off the top rope, you can be a wrestler.
Yeah,
that should be their thing.
Oh, that's right. AEW botches. You got to be following that now.
Beautiful follow.
Wow. We got to talk about Botchamania too. Did you hear about them?
Yeah, they got banned, but
for a little bit. I guess it got sorted out now. But
wait, it
was AEW apparently who had?
Yeah, I heard it was. I heard it was Tony Khan. But do you actually watch those clips of those botches?
Oh, I watch every Botchamania.
They are fucking funny, man.
Yes.
Some of them are so bad. It's like a joke.
A lot of them are from the indies.
Well, that's what AEW is. They're an indie show.
Well, that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
that too. That whole Jim Ross segment. Oh my gosh. Did you see? I mean, I don't know if you've been watching Botchamania a lot, but those Jim Ross segments they do. Oh God, those are great.
No, I haven't.
Okay,
I
well.
don't. Yeah, I only follow the AEW botch account.
Okay.
But
Yeah, that's funny stuff. But I think
what else we got?
I guess AEW's running shows again. We got to talk about
Yeah.
that, I guess. Hopefully Impact's not far behind. But
listen, I'm probably one of the biggest AEW haters you can find.
yes.
But to me, the only reason I hate them is because they're not putting a product on TV that could be a weekly viewed thing. Like, to me, they're coming to Miami, which is where I live. They're coming to Miami in a couple. To me, that's a show I would go to, have a few drinks, and enjoy these assholes flying all around the building. It's just not a show where you can tune in every week and see consistent story. It's just you want to see these guys. They put on a good indie show. That's just
Right.
my opinion on them. They put on a good show that I'd pay $20 to go watch, but I'm not watching. I'm just not going to watch them on TV every week. It's just not a good
they're
product.
not hooking you. There's nothing to
Right.
hook you. That's the problem with wrestling in general, though. It's just there's nothing is hooking people to come back week to week. The athleticism has taken over the creativity in wrestling, and it's just
it's so bad.
But you have to understand, all these marks were complaining for the last 15 years before, I want to say 2012. Okay, 2013, they would complain that, oh my gosh, there's not enough wrestling. It's all these talking segments. But the people don't understand that these type of segments, storyline progression, that is what drives money. That's what gets casual viewers interested. I just save the athletic competitions for the pay-per-views. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I mean, we need storylines, people. We need to be invested. These random matches that are just kind of half-assed. It's just come on. I'm sorry. I'm sure there's a lot of people that just watch wrestling for the athletic competition, but you know what? I don't. I really don't. I thought I did at one point, but they're nice to see. But you need storylines. It
looks more fake now than it's ever looked before.
It just gymnastics.
Looks fake. First of all right. Well, I'll wait till we review Impact before I bring up what I'm going to bring up. So
that's fine. And I can't even tell you what's going on with WWE right now because I don't think I've missed anything. It's every week they're doing Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley. It seems like. How long is that feud going to go on for?
Till the end of time.
Yeah, apparently.
They're going to have a best of 11.
And it's just so. The worst thing that I think could happen to WWE, but it's also probably the best thing for them, is when they became a publicly traded company. Because now they half-ass everything. It's just, I don't know.
I mean, look, I don't think I could coach an NFL team. I probably wouldn't be able to coach an NBA team, even though I like basketball a lot. Maybe I'd be able to coach a baseball team. I honestly think that if I was running Impact or another company, I think I'd make it better. I really do.
You can't be much worse.
I really think that I would come up with some kind of idea that would get people to turn the TV on. Not a guy with his hands in his pockets flying around. It's just.
And then not only that, getting primetime real estate every week.
There's got to be another NWO type idea out there somewhere that hasn't been done yet. An NWO, not the same thing, but effect that they had on the wrestling business. There's got to be something out there that could get people to turn that TV on.
I could think of some storyline ideas, but you know what? They would probably not be allowed on television.
Well, that's what we need to get back to.
I agree. I agree 100%. But there's too many corporate red flags that you have to go through. That's the problem. That would be the problem.
Terrible. But
I mean, I would You know what I'd do?
Yeah, let's hear it.
I'd make like an Antifa type group, and then I'd make like a Proud Boys type group, and then just have them go
Fucking gold. Fucking
have them
gold,
go run
man.
wild. Yeah.
Oh my God, that is gold.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
What's that idiot that leads that stupid retribution group should be the leader of Antifa. That's brilliant.
Yes. That would be money if you did it. If you did a proper storyline.
You could get some other fags to be a part of that group.
Yeah.
And oh my God, that is a brilliant idea. I got to give you credit.
Thanks. I come up with a few, but we got to do something here. Like, let's shake the ground.
You're right. NWO blurred the lines of the business. That would blur the lines.
It would. If you did it right. If you did it right.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you really did it, and
let them fucking come out chanting Antifa and chanting against the police. Like who? I gotta say that is a brilliant idea.
But you know what? It'll never happen because
never.
These wrestlers. I mean, oh my gosh, we could work the workers. I mean, isn't that what Disco Inferno said?
How about putting what's his name, Gunner, as the leader of the fucking Proud Boys?
Yes.
You take what this guy is going through on social media and fucking make it real.
Turn it into a storyline. And yeah, I know.
Hey, listen, people tuned in when Jeff Jarrett took Kurt Angle's wife, and I didn't know what was real and what wasn't.
Yeah. See, and that's what we need. That's what we need, but they'll never do it. They will never do it. Not in this day and age. Not until people are too.
I don't know, 20 shows together. That is a brilliant idea. That is the best thing I've heard.
You gotta do like real life situations and just turn them real fast. I mean, why not? Something needs to be shook up right now, and
that would get the fans into it too, big time, because you're gonna have people who support Antifa, and you're gonna have the majority of the crowd that supports either Proud Boys or police supporters or whatever.
It almost would be like USA versus Canada in '97 with Bret Hart.
Pay Colin Kaepernick $1 million to come in and fucking
just cut a promo
group
or something. And then get whoever's on the other side, and you know what? Let's have a great. We let it take off.
Oh, man. I wish they would do that, because I would tune in. I'll tell you that.
Man, I would have them fighting on the streets. I would. There'd just be, I'd have a 15-minute brawl just on the streets. Like, what was one of
spray painting the street?
All sorts of things. I would get
such a good idea.
Oh my gosh, I would get flares. I would just go crazy with it.
Such a good idea.
Why not?
Good. It's fucking too good of an idea.
But it's just sitting on the table because we're not running a wrestling company. That's the
what
problem.
Though, but I think you're right. Even if we were, I don't think we'd get away with putting that on television.
No, that's the thing. You would have to maybe do it on pay-per-view or something. I don't know. You would have to. Yeah. See, the thing is too, when like TNA was at its like, when they kind of continued the Attitude Era in the mid 2000s, they were on Spike TV, which was tailored to men. Like, they were all about that market. So I think that's why it kind of worked. I mean, maybe. The thing about Anthem is they own access, so they could do it, but they're not in line with doing something that risky. So it's just good. WWE will never do it. They are on Fox and USA, and they're just too corporate now. And AEW probably has the same red tape with TNT. So I don't know. MLW, what channel they're on, obviously. So. I don't know. It just can't be done. It just can't.
It'll never happen. But props to you, because that's better than any idea I would have come up with. So props to you.
That's and obviously you're not gonna call me Antifa and Proud Boys, but that's what you'd be mimicking.
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
Yep. That's what made wrestling really good though. Like '90s, like you had all these. You had the Nation of Domination. You had the West Texas Rednecks.
Right. But that would be memorable. If they did that and brought in Kaepernick or some asshole to
pay him a ton of money, that'd be huge.
That would be like, you would start to think, is this fucking real? Like kids would start to wonder. Maybe not us, but kids would wonder, what is this shit?
What is going
real?
on?
Like,
Yeah, get people talking. Get people
Like
talking.
like AEW is trying to do this war between these two groups. Like it's fake. It doesn't feel real
There's
to me.
no
Like
heat. There's
yeah,
nothing. There's
that
just
would feel real.
people
Wrestling
lost.
needs to feel real again.
Yeah, and that's why are we doing these fake? Do we honestly believe that anybody in the inner circle hangs out with each other?
Well,
Because I
not
sure
only
as hell
that,
don't.
but like, here's the problem too: is they're all on social media and they're all fucking congratulating each other when some asshole wins a title for the first time. Oh, he did it. He earned his stripes. He put in the work. Shut the fuck up. Like this, first of all, it's a scripted show. And
Yeah, I know.
like enough congratulating everyone. Like,
I know.
like
Just
that's why like
shut up
MJ,
and let it.
yeah,
Yeah.
the only reason I like MJF is because he keeps his act going even on social media. Like he's not out there like he's a heel and he knows he's a heel. Like it's you got heels giving props to faces. It just rubs me the
Kayfabe.
wrong way. You need to have those two groups. You have an Antifa group, you have a Proud Boys group, and none of them are allowed on social media.
Yeah, I agree. Yep. Or if they are, it's character work only.
I mean, you gotta go
Storyline.
back. Yeah, you gotta go right. Well, I'd rather they weren't even on there, but you
Yeah,
gotta
that's
go
fine.
back to the '90s to when these guys made appearances, when the NWO was making appearances with WCW, and I swear to you, they would keep them separate at autograph signings, and they wouldn't allow a heel to sit with a face because they wanted to keep that shit going.
Yeah.
Like who was behind that? I mean, that had to be Eric Bischoff who said like it had to be no. I mean, who's deciding that? Like when I went to the mall. My mall always had wrestlers there, and Lex Luger was there, and fuck, I think the Giant, and they were on opposite sides, and they were nowhere near each other signing autographs. Like today, you'll just have two wrestlers. You'll have all these wrestlers sitting side by side at these comic cons and shit. Like where are the lines blurred anymore? They're not.
Yeah, no, it's kind of sad. Um, just anything. I mean, if you have like a big storyline like that, you can let the rest of the card play out because it's so big and everybody's wondering what's going to happen. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
All right, let's move.
all right.
Any other
So
news? Well, I'm
I
gonna
don't
leave it
think.
at that. Good job. That was a fucking brilliant idea. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Thanks. And you know what? If anybody's listening to this that can actually make a storyline like that happen, please do. I don't even care. Just I want to see some entertaining television again.
Well, they could shout you out because that was a great idea.
Yeah, that's right. Well, no, I think I'm done with the news. I don't really think there was much. Okay, so before we go and just do a quick Impact review, and then we'll do the Under Siege card. Who do you think is showing up at Slammiversary, if anyone?
Oh man, do you want to do that now?
Okay, well we can do it after,
I'm
I guess.
caught off guard. I'm a little caught off guard.
That's fine. All right. We'll go into Impact tonight. Tonight we had Rosemary versus Havoc, number one contendership. Havoc ended up getting the victory by the Tombstone. Havoc versus Deanna is going to happen. Were you happy that you wanted Rosemary to win this one, right?
I mean, yeah, but I don't care either way. But yes,
Yeah.
I would. If I was, I would rather Rosemary have won. But I'm not crying over it.
Right. See, that's kind of what I'm like. I like them both, so it's like I'm okay with either one. But before the show, we were talking, and we were talking about how Nevaeh is no longer in the company. I think that was a mistake because you need more tag teams, which this is what I didn't want, just randoms being paired up instead of actually having real tag teams. It's too bad, but yeah, I don't know. I think Nevaeh should have kept Nevaeh and Havoc feuding with Tasha Steelz and Kiera Hogan a little bit more. I think that would have been better, but whatever. Is what it is, I guess. So, so then next segment, our next match, I should say, we had another number one contendership for the X Division title. It was Petey Williams versus El Phantasmo versus Rohit Raju versus Ace Austin versus AC Ramiro versus TJP. It was a solid match, but El Phantasmo getting the win. I don't like what they're doing with any of these New Japan talents. Just they feel bad because of how Impact treated them in the past, and now they're just pushing the NJPW guys, like skyrocketing them right to the top right away. I swear, if El Phantasmo beats Josh Alexander, I'm going to be flipping shit.
Man, there's
on
no
Saturday.
way. There's no way he loses the title that quick.
I don't think
There's
so.
no way.
I don't think so. To be honest, I kind of wanted Petey to win. I wanted to see Petey versus Josh Alexander, but I think we could, we're going to go through the Under Siege card, but were you happy with this, or did you? Obviously, I don't think you were happy.
No,
or
I'm
did you
not
just
happy with
care?
it. I care because I think, one, it was a stupid match because I'm sick of them just throwing random guys in matches and the same fucking group of guys who have no storylines. Let's just keep throwing them in matches. And I'm pretty sure that AC is now in a tag team number one contenders match. Is he not?
He is.
Okay, so they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Lazy
randomly
ass booking right there.
It is, and they're just throwing guys in matches, and this whole fucking Impact, TNA have been known for this for years. Bring someone in, put the title on them, or put them in a number one contenders match immediately. I mean, we could go through the list again, but let's not. How many times it's happened over the years, and it's so stupid. And nobody even fucking knows who this guy is.
I know.
Why is he beating regular Impact talent when he just came in?
And it just looks bad. Like, can you imagine the talent that's already there? Like, how they just see these guys, like, you're basically saying...
If I was Ace, I'd be pissed. I mean, he's gone nowhere over the past year. He's done nothing.
It's almost like, it's just like, you look at, if you're like a talent there, you're looking at all these New Japan guys coming in, get instant pushes, and then you have to think to yourself, is this what I have to do? Do I have to go to New Japan? Do I have to go to WWE to get pushed around here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just ridiculous. Like,
yeah, it's stupid, and the result was stupid. And what was also stupid was the post. Listen, I didn't watch the show. I don't know. Did you watch the entire show tonight?
I did.
Okay. So during that match, obviously there was a big spot with
Yes.
Phantasmo where he walked around the entire
Yes.
apron. Okay. The
And
end
did
of that
the,
spot
yeah.
was pretty cool, I will say.
Yes.
Where
He's very
did
athletic, and he's a lot
Fine.
taller than most X Division guys. I'll say
fine,
that.
but walking the walking around the Undertaker move, walking around the apron. Who was he holding? Ace?
Yeah, I think he was holding Ace, but then there was another guy up there too that he.
But whose hand was he holding that was walking him
was
around?
that
Was
P?
escorting him around the ring.
Might have been TJP.
It was TJP.
Yeah.
Why did TJP not just rip his hand away? You don't have to hold his hand.
No, you don't.
I don't get that. I just don't get that move. I didn't get it when the Undertaker did it. I don't get it now. Why are you basically, it's like a dance, and you're walking him around the ring. Right this way, sir. Right this way. Here, now do your move. Like, to me, that whole clip, and it's on Twitter. That's how I saw it. That whole clip is completely rehearsed. The
Super
entire thing.
choreographed. Yeah.
Choreographed. That's
At least when Undertaker did it,
completely
though,
choreographed.
he kind of worked on the arm a little bit, but yeah, you're right. I mean,
somebody tried to spear him or whatever on top of the ropes, and he jumped over them. Like, that was so choreographed. Like, okay, like the whole thing, that whole clip it's just, that doesn't impress me. Sure, the ending was cool. He slammed him on top of 4 other people, but it just that impresses Spot Monkey fans. That doesn't impress me.
yeah, no, I get it. I totally get it. It looks fake.
It looks
like,
fake.
Super.
Yeah.
I mean, we know wrestling's fake, but
yeah.
I mean, more fake than it should. it's cool, but once again,
And
are we?
whoever he picked up and slammed crawled on top of his fucking shoulders, like in the first place.
Yes, I
Like
think that was
they,
Ace. I think it was
they're
Ace.
like helping each other to perform
Yeah, to
these crazy
perform the
stunts.
moves. Yeah,
Stunts. They're not even, they're stunts.
whatever happened to making it look natural?
Yeah, no, it doesn't exist. Now it's
Uh,
let's come up with something no one else has done, and we'll
yeah,
fucking help each other do it.
and we don't care how it looks. I know.
All right, yeah, whatever. No,
Uh,
I didn't enjoy that match. But what's next?
yeah. All right. So we had a backstage segment with Scott D'Amore, with Susan and Kimberly. They want a match with Tenille and Taylor Wilde. They wanted it for next week, but Scott D'Amore said, "I'll give it to you at Under Siege." So this one doesn't really make sense.
Were
to
you
me.
popping for this? Like
No, I'm actually really up. I don't like the Susan character at all. I want Sue Young back, or heck, I'll even take Susie at this point. But I'm not digging the Susan character. It's
But when you
not
have
good.
segments, like here's another thing. Scott Demore needs to listen to this and learn a couple things. When you have a backstage segment where you're like, where there's people begging for a title shot, like that's happened millions of times throughout the history of wrestling, people begging for title shots. And then the GM or the guy in charge finally gives in and the crowd loves it. Yeah, we got that match. Nobody gives a fuck about this match. Nobody cares that they got granted their title shot. Like, this is a waste of a segment. Like, nobody gives a shit. Maybe I'm crazy, or I just don't give a shit. I don't know.
No, this nobody does, because why should we? Why should we care about Susie or Susan and Kimberly for one?
Yeah,
I mean, they're
Kimberly,
just like
who's
Deanna's lackeys
she's
at this
0-82
point.
since she came to
Yeah.
Impact. She's never won a match.
There's nothing. There's nothing about this that it is intriguing. I mean,
don't care. What was the next segment? Because I don't give a shit about that one.
Well, in the next segment, I'm going to complain about too, because
by all means,
I hate what they're doing. I hate what they're doing with Tenille Dashwood. I hate the fact that they're basically putting her into the Madison Rain role. They gave her own talk show, All About Me, and she interviewed Taylor Wilde, and clearly they're going to be playing the role of a tag team that's not on the same page. So just going to set up a feud between those two, which, okay, I'm okay with the feud, but it just seems like a filler match to me.
Does Impact have any fucking ideas? Like, any ideas?
No, apparently they're not, because they're recycling Madison Rain's storyline. They're just giving it to Neil.
The talk show thing is fucking played out.
Well, the funny thing is, they have the same set, the same background as they did with Madison Rain.
That is funny, actually.
I mean,
that's funny.
What are you doing?
That's actually funny.
In the words of Matt Kennedy Gould, what is going on?
Oh man,
like
horrible, boring stuff. Super boring stuff. What was next? Because I'm with you. That sucks.
Okay. Okay. Well, we had a Swingers Palace segment that was kind of entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Petey Williams, it basically was just kind of setting up the tag team contenders match. But here's the other funny part. TJP didn't have a partner. So who does he pick? The guy he just freaking wrestled in the 6-way for the number one contendership for the Cruiserweight title. Are you kidding me?
Man.
This is all, like, okay, when you're in a creative meeting, you couldn't think of any other way to get a partner for TJP, so you had to give him Petey Williams, and he has to kind of bust out the Scott Steiner. And I don't want to crap on it, but it's lazy. It's just lazy. Everything all these storylines are just being done really lazily. Not everything should just be a contenders match. There has to be heat. There was none. There was absolutely no heat.
Has there ever been a promo more murdered than Scott Steiner's match promo?
More murdered, but then more celebrated by more people.
I mean, buried. Like, just completely overused and just.
Well, yeah, I know.
We get it. It was funny.
Yeah.
He's he's hilarious.
But they haven't given us a promo like that in years. That's also sad.
The funny part is, too, when he cut that promo, he was dead serious.
Yeah, I know.
He didn't say it in a joking manner, and they've made a joke out of it. And it's
just,
anything Scott Steiner said, I took seriously.
It was a good promo, but man,
brilliant promo. Where did he come up with that shit?
I don't know. It was really good.
Think about it.
Was really good.
Fucking brilliant.
But oh man, it's just, you get what I'm saying though. Like, TJP's just gonna pick Petey Williams just because.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm almost to the point of calling enough Petey too. I'm reaching my point of, and I love Petey. I love the old school guys
because they're not giving him anything right now. That's the problem.
Exactly.
They're just making him do his shtick.
Yeah.
That he's always done, and it's
right.
That's not on Petey. That's on the creative.
You are 100% right. You're on fire.
I don't know if it's laziness or what. Sorry,
whatever you're drinking, you are rolling.
It's Coors Light. Must be
going
down good tonight.
You are tearing it up tonight.
And I don't want to crap on it, but you got to have things that are logical.
Yep.
I mean, I could book a better storyline on my freaking 2K or any wrestling game. I can come up with better storylines. It's not hard. We don't have to have. It's like they're trying to run it like a sport almost, and it's like no storylines.
This is why I go back to saying that they only care about Omega and Callis's bullshit. The rest is just. It's almost like they're not spending any time thinking about the rest of this stuff. It's just like, all right, fill it in and let's get to Omega.
It's just
fucking ass clown who can't.
Just let the wrestlers wrestle. That's all we need. No, that's not all you need. You need storylines. You need drama. You need something.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Oh boy. All right. Let's go to the next stuff. All right, next we had a guy named Sam Beal. Never heard of this guy, never seen him. Just some random guy named Sam Beal who had a 1980s hairstyle, like a mullet, curly mullet. I guess that looks coming back because I'm starting to see it in softball too with some of the younger teams.
Oh no.
So yeah. I don't know if you're seeing it in basketball, but
we start this Sunday, so I'll see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the younger generation's trying to bring that back. But anyways, he fought Willie Mack. I kind of understand this. It was kind of it wasn't a squash match, but it kind of was.
So Sam,
it was just to hype Willie Mack up. But then, this kind of makes sense. W. Morrissey comes out there and just absolutely destroys Willie Mack. That I anything else was just made no sense at all.
But you know what? To me, I'm not against squash matches. I like squash matches, and I didn't watch this match, so I don't know how quickly he beat him. How quickly did he beat him?
Go. You're not against squash matches?
No, I lost you for a second. So I'm not against squash matches, but how quickly did Willie Mack win this match?
It was about 5 minutes. I mean, it was a little longer. Like I said, it was a little longer.
So
not a squash match, but I mean, it kind of was.
Well, why is this random jerk in the ring?
That's a good question. I don't know, but I mean, it was a no-namer. I get it. It was kind of a glorified squash. I get what they were trying to do here to make Willie look strong because he's going to go against big cats.
That's the only thing I'll say, and I'm not against squash matches, but we know who Willie is. Like, we don't need to see him squash some bum who will never show his face again. We know who Willie Mack is. He's been around long enough.
You're right. He has. I mean, I don't know. It was like a tune-up match almost, That's
all right. Well,
all I really can say about it.
But I'm cool with the Big Cass coming in after, or sorry, W. Morrissey coming in after and beating the shit out of him. Totally cool with that.
I mean, he took him out. I mean, that was kind of cool. You know, I can't complain about that.
I'm shocked W. Morrissey's not in the 6-way match for the fucking main event already.
Yeah, they're kind of building. I mean, they're probably. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of surprised with that. I guess they're gonna try to at least take their time with this one. I'm guessing.
Good. They should.
You know, which I have no complaints about.
But those are two guys also who blur the lines. Is Cass and I don't know if what's his name is gonna follow. What's his name? Enzo. But those are two guys too who kind of remember when they interfered in that. I think it was Raw, right? Was it a Raw event?
Yes.
And like that was completely believable. We didn't know if that was real or not, or if they just jumped over the fucking guardrail and got involved in that match. Like, I mean, obviously it was fake, but it came off as kind of real. Like, those are two guys who can come in and make something interesting. So I'm totally cool with Morrissey. I don't. What does the W stand for?
It's actually kind of his. I think that's his full name.
His name is W.
Yeah, it's something like William or something. Something like that.
An actual name. His name's not W.
Yeah, not W. No.
Okay. Well, I look forward to them taking it slow with him.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, if that's the way they go with it,
is a nice start.
You know. But yeah, I mean, he's going to beat Willie Mack. I mean, I would like to see Willie Mack even use a little better, but at the same time, I get it. I mean, he's having a high-profile match that he's not going to win. So I don't mind it per se, but
I don't mind.
I mean,
they
definitely are making him look like a big deal.
He could have been a Samoa Joe type guy, but he doesn't have the charisma like Joe did.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he doesn't have the same. He can't. I mean, Joe was raw on the mic when he first started, though. He couldn't really talk on the mic when he first got started, but came a long way, and he can cut a great promo. Willie Mack has, he's fat, but he can move around like a cruiserweight. So he kind of could have. He's kind of, comparable to Samoa Joe. Do you think?
That comparison was made actually, and I do agree with it. He is a lot like Joe, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. But he's not as punishing as Joe is, though.
No, and Joe was booked tremendously back then.
Yeah, Willie.
The Samoan submission machine, man. He was undefeated. I mean, they booked him so well. God, wrestling was so much better then.
I agree with you 100%.
That TNA was the last time that you could really say wrestling was good.
Was really good. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. They had it all. They just.
It's like, I mean, I saw an interview with Gangrel. That guy Van Vliet that does the interviews. I think it's Van Vliet, right?
Yeah. I know.
He interviewed Gangrel.
Chris Van Vliet
said the reason why there were so many more stars back then was because everybody had a storyline. Even the lower guys, like the Brood was not like the main event, but they had a good storyline. Like even their dummies had good storylines. Everybody had a storyline. Like now
everybody
it's just
did.
The people who are wrestling on the first couple matches are just get out there and wrestle.
That's it. Like you had everybody, but now they want to do 20-minute matches all the time, and
every match has to have 20 near falls.
We don't.
It's terrible.
We don't need that. We don't need that every episode of whatever wrestling show. It's just the same. Like, give me more backstage stuff.
Yes, not every match has to be better than the match before it.
do some intriguing stuff. It's just, I
Are
don't
are
get
we
that.
done with this episode, or was that it? Was that the
No,
main event?
we're still going. I mean, we
Oh,
still got more to
shit.
talk about here.
Let's wrap this shit up.
Yeah, well,
Get to our Under Siege.
we had Carl Anderson versus David Finlay, and this one, David Finlay won by DQ. Not much there. There really wasn't. Just selling their match for Under Siege.
Did they brawl to end the show? Or?
Yeah, they brawled. They brawled. This wasn't the main event though. They brawled, and I don't know, just saving their stuff for the pay-per-view, basically.
Not interested. So what was the main event?
Well, the main event was we had a match even after this. We had Brian Myers versus Crazy Steve. Brian Myers won by a roll-up.
I'm kind of letting Kenny Omega off the hook here because I think I should mention real quick. I still think he sucks.
Yeah.
And he can't cut a promo for shit.
Yeah, I can start. I think I'm starting to be with you. I still don't. I'm not on that level, but
do you look at him and think he's cool?
No, I don't.
Do you look at James Storm and think he's cool?
Cooler. Yeah.
So do I. Kenny Omega comes off as a loser to me. A guy who was never cool in his life who thinks he's cool now. That's what he comes off.
He's like trying to be sarcastic, and it's not like, it's very dry.
It's horrible.
It's flat.
It's an act. It's not genuine. It doesn't come off like he's really a dick. It comes off like he's acting like a dick.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem with a lot of people though, because they're doing something they're not, and it's
he sucks. I hate him. All right. Well,
man.
Crazy Steve fought Brian Myers, and Brian Myers won.
And Brian Myers got the win. Yeah, and then DK came to help him out. Nothing too much there. Main event was Chris Bay, Sami Callihan, and Moose versus Matt Cardona, Trey Miguel, and Chris Sabin. Pretty solid stuff from all of them. Sami Callihan did the package pile driver on Chris Sabin for the victory. The ending was the Good Brothers leaving with Don Callis, and Callis looks a little bit nervous after watching Sami Callihan annihilate Sabin. That was it. And then we got Under Siege this Saturday. So let's run through Under Siege, okay? And let's give our predictions.
Okay.
So let me bring it up here, because I mean, it wasn't like the worst Impact, but it wasn't great by any means.
So what do you get?
All right. Okay. Under Siege here. First, let's start off with the 4-way tag team match to determine the number one contendership for the Impact tag team titles. We got Ace Austin and Madman Fulton versus TJP and Petey Williams versus Triple XL versus Rohit Raju and Shira. Who do you got winning this one?
Oh God, repeat that. I'm so sorry.
That's fine. Madman Fulton and Ace Austin versus Triple XL versus TJP and Petey Williams versus Rohit Raju and Shira.
Ugh. I think a
heel team would win here.
I mean, by process of elimination, I got to go with Ace and Madman.
I'd be okay with that, because I want Madman Fulton to finally do something here.
Yeah, I don't think Triple XL has any fucking chance.
No.
I don't think Petey's team, and I really don't think Shira's there. So Rohit and Shira are now back together. Didn't they just fight a couple weeks ago?
Possibly. I can't quote you on that.
They did. This is stupid. But okay, I'm going to pick Ace and Madman. What about you?
I'm going Ace and Madman as well. I think it's the logical choice here, and it's also one that I want to see, because I want to see Madman Fulton get something. They got to start pushing him. You would think.
Yeah, you would think.
So
think again.
Yeah. All right. Next is Kimberly and Susan versus Taylor Wilde and Tennille Dashwood. I mean, logical choice would probably, I mean, you would think Kimberly and Susan would win, but I don't know. Taylor Wilde just came in, so I think maybe Taylor and Tennille win somehow. What's your pick?
Taylor and Tennille.
Yeah. It's kind of odd though. Like, you know, but somehow I think Taylor might even win the match by herself if Tennille walks out on her, you know? I could see something like that happening. I don't know. Anyways, next match is Next match, Josh Alexander versus El Phantasmo for the X Division title. I got Josh Alexander retaining here.
Yeah, I got Alexander as well.
I think it would be an absolute travesty if El Phantasmo wins.
Agree. And also, but it would fit into Impact's give the title right away to a debuting guy, which, hey, we just glossed over one that they did with Rachel Ellering, who just came in.
Yeah, she just came in.
Immediately won the tag titles.
Oh, I forgot to say, too, on Before the Impact, it was Tasha Steelz with Jordan Grace.
Yeah.
And Tasha Steelz actually ended up winning that match. I was surprised by that.
Did you see the finish to that match?
It was like it was one of those pin bombs, right? Like a reverse pin bomb?
Kind of like and like, I don't know. I'm not going to nitpick, so never mind.
Okay. We'll go to the next match here. Deonna Purrazzo versus Havoc for the Knockouts Championship.
Purrazzo.
You know, probably, but for some reason I could see Havoc winning this. Because they were hyping her up a lot. They were showing the time, I think, when she fought Gail Kim this week on the Rewind.
Well, sometimes those are giveaways.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who they would set up for. If Deonna wins this, I don't know who they have at Slammiversary. You would have to think it would have to be somebody big. And I could also see like somebody returning, you know, to Slammiversary. So I don't know if they're waiting for possibly Chelsea Green or somebody like that or Mickie James. But you're probably right. Purrazzo is probably going to win. But Havoc.
So who are you picking?
I'm going to go Havoc. I'm just going to go with Havoc. And even though it shouldn't be an upset, it kind of is. So I'll pick Havoc.
All right. So that's the first one we disagree on.
The way she was booked tonight just made me seem like they're kind of
That's fair. That's
trying to get Havoc. But
that's usually a way I would pick my winners. So
yeah,
the fact that I didn't watch the show and you did, you're probably right.
Yeah,
you're probably right.
I'll sure to be wrong here, but we'll see. Black Taurus versus Brian Myers, which this feud doesn't not much for me, but I'll say Black Taurus wins this.
I'm gonna go with DC.
Okay.
Don't care.
Don't care. Okay. Brian Myers though.
I'm gonna take Brian Myers. Honestly, I'm gonna pick Brian Myers.
He's got a good win-loss record, but he hasn't beaten a lot of big names.
He beat
Cardona.
No, he beat
Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle. That was a quality win.
Yeah.
Huge win.
He beat Tommy Dreamer. He beat Rhino, I think. Yeah.
Hornswoggle.
So there you go.
Dreamer. So has he fought anyone under the age of 48?
Nah, not good. Just Cardona.
Black Taurus will be the first one. Shit, I don't even know how old he is. Fuck knows under that costume.
Black Taurus? He's actually not that bad. He's 34.
Okay.
He's not that old. Okay, this is the easiest one of the night. Willie Mack versus W. Morrissey. I mean, do we even have to ask? W. Morrissey.
Yeah, W. Morrissey.
Unfortunately, Willie's fodder for him right now.
Yeah, but it'll be a good match. I mean, Willie. First of all, I think these two could put on a good match. And second,
Oh,
Willie
definitely.
Mack, it's not going to be. He's not going to beat him quickly. Though,
No.
although I think he should, but he won't.
Willie will have a good fight in this.
Yeah.
And make it look good.
Yeah. I'm
Jordan,
interested to see where Morrissey goes from there. That's what I'm interested in.
yeah, that'll be interesting, and kind of see what he does after the match. Does he just destroy Willie Mack more, or somebody come out and we can kind of get a glimpse of his next feud? I agree. I'm excited for him, and I do think Enzo. That would be nice to have Enzo come in at some point, but
yeah,
we'll see. I think Enzo's gets a lot of crap, but the guy can talk, and he can talk a lot better than half the wrestlers out there. So
probably more than half, but yeah.
Yeah, probably 85, 90%. So
and better than Omega. That's for
cuts
sure.
a hell of a good promo.
All right, what do we got
if
next?
I'm Impact, I would sign him. Let's just put it that way. Okay, so then we got knockout tag team titles, the rematch from Rebellion. Grace and Ellering versus Fire and Flavor. I think Grace and Ellering win. Grace just re-signed. I don't see why.
When do the team that just lost ever win?
It's not often.
Yeah,
not often at all.
They're not going to win. And the fact that she just beat Grace definitely means they're going to lose.
Yeah, that's no chance. 6-man, Eddie Edwards and Finn Juice versus the Elite.
Ugh.
Omega,
this is the least interesting
Gallows,
match on
and
the
Anderson.
card.
I think the Eddie Edwards Omega stuff could be interesting, but I don't care about Finn Juice or the Good Brothers wrestling. Like, I don't care about Good Brothers versus Finn Juice because I don't care about Finn Juice. That's the main one that I just don't care about. So I'll say Omega and I mean, I don't see Omega and Good Brothers losing this. I really don't.
Nah, I don't.
Finn Juice has the titles. Why would they need the win?
Yeah, I'm with you.
So, yeah, that's what's going to happen. He's just going to keep making Omega look strong.
Yeah.
All right. Main event is the 6-way, or at least we think it's the main event for the world title. Chris Bay versus Matt Cardona versus Sami Callihan versus Chris Sabin versus Trey Miguel versus Moose. I'm going Moose. I have to. I think Moose is kind of trying to dissuade people thinking he's leaving, and I think he's going to win. But if Moose loses, that might be the sign that he's done. So I just
don't see any way to pick against Moose. I don't logically see any way he doesn't win. And if he doesn't win, this company can go fuck itself. Like, I'm done. I was already done with him when he lost to Rich Swann. And where was Rich Swann? Is he done now?
I don't know what's up with Rich Swann. That's a good question. It's a really good question.
So I'm so happy he beat Moose. What the fuck was the point in him beating Moose?
Well, if Moose wins this,
no, he's already been made a fool of. That's the rule. He's already been made a fool of. He lost to a guy half his size.
Well, yeah, but that's wrestling in general. I mean,
fuck wrestling.
Yeah, I knew it was going there at some point, but you know what? What if Moose wins this?
I mean, if he doesn't win this, then they need their heads examined. They literally need their brains examined if he doesn't win this. And I'm going to tell you one guy in this match who could win, and because they're this stupid. Callis and D'Amore are this fucking stupid.
No, don't say it. Don't say it. I know where you're going.
I can see one other guy in this match winning, and it's not Callahan. No, it's not Chris Bay. I think that's what you were thinking.
No, I wasn't thinking him. I know where you're going.
See Trey Miguel winning this match.
Oh, please.
Is that who you thought I was going to say?
Oh, gosh. Him versus Omega at Slammiversary? Oh, yeah, that's going to sell a ton of pay-per-view buys.
That's the only other guy
they
can have this love affair with him. I don't know why.
Yeah, they do. They always had.
He would be the only other guy in this match I could see winning because Callahan is not going to win. So
no, Callahan's definitely not going to win.
If Moose doesn't win this match, Mark,
they're
I
screwed.
Swear to you, I am never watching wrestling again.
They're screwed. Again. They're screwed. It has to be Moose. They have to sell Slammiversary. When is Slammiversary? Do you know when Slammiversary is?
No, I think it's in June, right? I don't know. Does it bother? Oh, July maybe.
See, there's still one more Impact Plus event. That's what I'm afraid of.
Does it bother you at all that Moose lost fair and square to Rich Swann? Forget that Rich Swann lost to Omega. I don't care about that. Do you care at all that Moose, who was supposed to be built up to be this fucking powerhouse, the next big thing, unless that's just what I'm doing in my head. I don't know. Maybe that's not how you view it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I knew Omega was going to get the title. I just knew it. They kind of booked themselves into a corner.
But here's the thing. We're forgetting about storylines. And Impact had these storylines going into this where Moose feuded with EC3, right? And he went through that whole waste of time with EC3.
Yes.
Didn't have a real match with him, and then learned a lesson from him at the end. Oh,
yeah,
I'm going to do this now.
Yeah, that was
just
dumb.
To go against Rich Swann, a cruiserweight, and lose? What?
The whole EC3 stuff was just pointless to me.
It was so pointless.
Yeah.
They're lost. And if Moose doesn't win this, don't ever ask me to be on an Impact podcast again, because I'm never watching ever again.
Well, okay, what about Matt Cardona?
And your dog agrees with me.
Yeah, she's getting pissed off right now. She's trying to play right now.
Moose
and
fucking
she does
loses.
it, and this is weird. Like, I don't get this. This is a thing she does. Like, if I'm on a podcast, she gets like jealous or something, and she gets mad at me. So
they know.
I know.
They know more than you think. They definitely know more than you think.
She's getting pissed. She's getting pissed that you know, you're getting her all riled up about this. So, let's see here. Yeah, I can't. Okay, Chris Bay, not a chance.
No.
Matt Cardona, slim. Sammy Callahan,
no chance. No.
Chris Sabin, no.
Trey Miguel. Mind it, I gotta say, he was the only.
It's gotta be Moose. This might be one of the most predictable six-way matches I've ever seen.
I know, of all time.
It's set up for Moose. If Moose beats Omega, though, that'll get his credibility back.
So is this just a one pin or is it an elimination? Hey, I know it's going to be one pin, but I hate
probably one pin. Yeah,
I love elimination matches, but
I do too. That's what it was cool about last year's Slammiversary when they did that.
Yeah, but that's the only way they could get off the hook with Moose losing is if it's not elimination.
But you can't sell Slammiversary without having Moose.
Yeah, it's got to be Moose.
It's got to be Moose. And the only other guy I would even trust if it wasn't Moose would be Callahan, but we know it's not going to be him.
You wouldn't trust Sabin at all?
Sabin, not at this point, because he's not. Okay. He hasn't done enough.
Yeah,
he was a former world champion, but the way he won it the first time wasn't very good.
I don't trust not one person in this match other than Moose, and Callahan is not even second on the list to me. He's lost so many. Like, we're just supposed to magically forget all these matches he's lost because he talks so much shit.
If Trey wins, I won't watch Impact again. I'll quit my Impact Plus subscription.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be done, because that's BS if he wins. It's sad because I think I would even
he wins and becomes the leader of Antifa.
There you go. The next great storyline to pop off. Moose has got to win this. It's just there's no other way.
Yes.
If he wins, I'll look forward to him versus Omega at least.
Yeah, I'll at least watch it, even though they screwed him by losing to Rich Swann. I will at least watch him fight Omega, and he should fucking beat Omega, and he should show up to AEW and say, "This is my fucking company now."
That would be great. That would be great. But
that's how you build a new star in professional wrestling.
That would be awesome. And if he wins the title, that would mean he's probably re-signing. So that's a double win right there.
God, please.
So Moose wins. Over. Moose wins, and then what? Samoa Joe comes out and challenges him at the end of the show. That would be pretty cool.
If Moose beats Omega, or Moose beats the six. Wait.
If Moose. Okay, so Moose wins. Moose wins at Under Siege, obviously, and then at Slammiversary he beats Omega, and then Samoa Joe comes out and challenges him, and then gets Omega written off.
Okay, but if Moose beats Omega, is it only for the Impact title?
I'm guessing, yeah, because it only says for the Impact World title.
How is that fair?
I don't know. Well, you know AEW ain't gonna allow that.
No, but if they're smart,
They're not gonna allow that. Yeah.
Wow. And they won't even mention it on their show that he lost the Impact title. They won't even
Right.
mention
Yeah.
it.
They probably won't.
I know.
Probably won't.
I know. Well, that'd be great if Joe came out. Yeah, sure. But
That would set up the next. That would have set up the next feud. I don't know.
Samoa Joe still want to wrestle?
I think he does. I think he would.
I would love to see it, but that'd be
I don't
too.
know.
That'd be too.
I could be wrong.
Pearls, like you said whatever you say, it's not going to happen. So if you say Joe's coming, he ain't coming.
So then Chris Bay wins the main event. Tim versus Omega, because that's probably what would happen. Or Trey Miguel. You're right.
One of those two.
Gosh, please no. Can't be Trey. They'd be absolutely insane.
It's going to be.
Him win
Here's
right
what's going to happen here.
I have
let me show you.
No hard feelings against Trey either, but it's just, come on.
Let me predict modern wrestling for you real quick before we wrap this up.
Okay.
Kenny Omega fights in a triple threat match for the AEW title at the next pay-per-view and loses it to Orange Cassidy. Therefore, losing his title to Orange Cassidy. Trey Miguel wins the six-way. And the biggest match of all time, Trey Miguel will take on Orange Cassidy for all the marbles.
You officially entered the Twilight Zone. That's exactly what that would be. That's, oh my God. I'd be done. And I'm kind of done.
They think that these people on Twitter speak for all wrestling fans.
Please no. Please no. It's got to be Moose. Or here's another thing. What if it's Moose winning, but then just gets his title shot at the next Impact Plus event, not Slammiversary?
No, they wouldn't do that.
I don't.
But we've all everybody, like, as Kip saying, the whole plan is for Moose to beat Omega. The whole plan, like, everybody thinks that it has to happen. It has to.
Yeah, it's the only thing that makes sense. It's the only thing that even remotely makes sense.
Yeah.
So, well, all right. Well, I got nothing else. You got anything? Oh, wait. We got to do one last segment. We got to do the Hurl's Hot Corner here. Okay. It's the segment I brought up.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah. We got to do it. And this week's topic is your favorite. We've done
Nitro
favorite
Girl.
Oh, now you're speaking my language. No.
You know what? Before you ask it, I watched Ready to Rumble yesterday.
Oh, underrated movie.
Still holds up.
Didn't get the love.
Holds up.
We're gonna go. Yeah, let's go there. What is your favorite wrestling movie of all time?
Oh man, honestly, I love The Wrestler. Are we?
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. You could say The Wrestler.
I love that movie, and that was also a movie I could watch with my girlfriend. So, like, I love that movie. Ready to Rumble is a little corny, obviously.
Yes.
It's a jokey. But am I missing something? Because I feel like you got one that I'm missing.
I think my favorite wrestling movie, now that we've kind of brought this to the plate at the Hurl's Hot Corner here, I think if I have to go with my favorite wrestling movie, it's going to be Body Slam from the 80s. Check that movie out. Probably don't know it, but it's got Hulk Hogan.
Oh,
I believe Roddy Piper's in it.
Roddy Piper's in it.
Ric Flair might even be in it.
Ooh,
I can't remember.
This is a cast. Wow.
Yes. You got to watch that movie. It might even be on YouTube for free by now.
Midge from that 70s show.
Yes.
Is in it. And Charles Nelson Riley from Match Game. I don't know if you ever watched Match Game.
I have not, actually. Check it out. Body Slam. That's probably my favorite wrestling movie.
I'm gonna go ahead and watch that. Never seen it.
It's good.
So does any movie with Hulk Hogan count as a wrestling movie?
I mean, it has to be centered around wrestling. It can't be like Santa with muscles or something.
Thunder in Paradise is one of my all-time favorites.
Mr. Nanny, wasn't that another one? Mr. Nanny.
Yeah, but I'm not even joking. I love Thunder in Paradise.
Suburban Commando.
Yeah, and then
You could have said Nacho Libre.
yeah, nah, not a fan. But the wrestler was good. You didn't like the wrestler?
The wrestler was good. That's in my top 3.
What question were you gonna ask if I didn't chime in with that stupidity?
We'll save it for the next Heelcast.
Fair enough.
Yep,
Fair
I can't
enough.
give away everything. All
So
right.
we'll talk about it in 6 months on the next show.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think Kimberly was my favorite Nitro girl. She was just smoking hot then.
She was. I liked Tigress a lot. I liked Kimberly Page, obviously.
How about
You know.
Fire? Underrated.
Fire was good.
Stacy Keibler.
Who was the one that Nash banged?
Ooh.
The Asian girl.
Oh,
You heard that story, right?
yeah. I think
Yeah.
it was shit. I can't remember her name. Now you're gonna make me look it up. Let's see. Kevin Nash Nitro girl.
Oh man, it was like
Che.
Che. Yes. Yeah.
Damn, she is hot. Whew.
Yep.
Now she's like 60.
Wow.
No, I
That's
was making
crazy.
that up. I don't know how old she is.
Okay. I bet she probably still looks good too.
I forgot Charmel was a Nitro girl.
Yeah, Charmel was. Yep.
Man, Kevin Nash was so cool. What a cool
Yeah.
guy. Now he's
He
a
was.
fucking idiot, but cool guy.
Yeah, I know. Oh gosh.
Oh, it was fun crawling out of our caves for this one.
Yeah, and we'll see how disappointed we are after Saturday. Maybe are you watching Under Siege?
If it's this Saturday?
It's this Saturday.
No, I'm actually watching the UFC fights, so I will not
Okay.
be. I will follow along on Twitter like I always do.
Okay.
But
Like always. Yes.
I'm going to a public place, and I'm pretty sure they're probably not going to put Impact on.
Probably not. Probably
I might
not.
request it, but
Where
I don't know
where are you going, by the way? Are you going to the what's that place in Florida that you got a few of them?
Nah,
gosh,
my buddy owns like a little smoke shop /
bar.
like a hookah lounge type place.
Oh, okay, one of those. Okay.
So I could
Well,
go
that'll be a
there
fun
and
time.
just chill, and he puts on the pay-per-views. So
That'll be a fun time.
I've had better, but it'll be all right.
Yeah, that's something. All right, folks. We'll see you next time on the Heelcast. Hope you enjoyed it. We're out.